University of Michigan great Braylon Edwards, and of course, Maz are about to take over on Woodward Sports. Every day, 2 to 4 p.m., it's the best Detroit sports talk on Detroit's best sports network, Woodward Sports.
Hey, let's go! Thursday show, July 11th, 2024. Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, Woodward Sports Network, woodwardsports.com. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe to Woodward Sports. Less than 100 subscribers away from 66,000 on this platform. We have you to thank for that. Braylon Edwards, good afternoon to you, my friend.
Good afternoon, my good friend Ryan Ermanni, as well as Tom Mazaway, who's sitting over there waiting to get on this microphone. The Detroit Tigers are winning. Good shouts out to them. But it goes back to Maz would always say, whenever I'm in the car and I'm listening to Dan Dickerson, there's something smooth about listening to the radio, listening to Dan and kind of painting the picture for how I believe things are looking and playing out. Then it always gets me to thinking, this is all they had in the 1940s and 50s. I couldn't imagine just having radio. It's great, but I need visuals as well.
Great sport for radio.
Yeah. What a 24 hours it is, too, because yesterday it was terrible, just pouring all day. Many golf courses in the area today are closed because of how much rain we got yesterday, how much water these courses took. And then you look downtown Comerica Park. Is this the perfect day to be at a ball game?
I almost did the businessman special today.
We almost lost Maz today.
Almost did it.
Almost pulled a Ferris Bueller.
Yep.
You know what? Wouldn't have been mad at you,
better. So wing better.
Wouldn't have been mad at you at all. But it's a beautiful day outside, man. Like with baseball, it's a little bit of heat, let you know it's summertime, but it's a slight breeze in there as well, and the clouds are perfect. So this is definitely a baseball type of a day.
Tigers and Guardians at Comerica Park right now. We'll get you some updates. And, of course, if the game goes final, we'll certainly give you that before the end of the show if you're watching live. If you are watching whenever you want, well, game's over. We'll talk about it at the end of the show. Nonetheless, I do want to start with I think, the biggest story in sports today.
Receiver?
Not receiver.
Oh.
Although it was good, though.
Absolutely. But I think the biggest story in sports today is Jaylen Brown being once again left off of Team USA for the Olympics. Yeah. And this has become one of the biggest soap operas that I think we have seen in quite some time. So let me back it up for you. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Thanks, Maz. You put the show. Yeah, a little bit of a delay there. Kawhi Leonard, injury concerns. Right. He has left Team USA, so there's an open spot. Team USA chooses Derek White from the Boston Celtics. Who? Derek White. I wouldn't do that. Derek White was a phenomenal player. But he is not Jaylen Brown, so it begs the question, why was Jaylen Brown left off this team? So, last night, Jaylen Brown tweets to Nike, and it's the Stephen A. Smith. Yep, so you forget about the top half of this. Look at the bottom half. Jaylen Brown at Nike. This is what we doing. Yeah. So the word is, and leave this up for a minute, Pete, that these shoe companies have such an impact on who gets on these Team USA teams or any team like that. Jaylen Brown does not have his own shoe either. Yeah. Keep that in mind. So Stephen A. Smith tweets out yesterday after this announcement that Derek White is going to be replacing Kawhi Leonard and not Jaylen Brown. He says, "Do y'all believe me now? Jaylen Brown, do I need to reveal my sources now? Is it not obvious now? How in the hell is a $300 million man, now a champion and an NBA Finals MVP, who's clearly a top 2 player on the Celtics and a top 15 player in the world, not be chosen for Team USA? And his teammate is not named Tatum, is selected before him. Come on, y'all." Well, what Stephen A. Smith is referring to is back in May. Yep. Okay, back in May, Stephen A. said this about Jaylen Brown.
It's not so much that he's underrated. It's that he's just not liked because of his, quote, "I am better than you" attitude. He knows it. It's the same reason he is not as marketable as he should be. That's what an NBA source just sent me. I don't know that to be.
So that created a stir in and of itself. Yeah. So after that video, Isaiah Thomas, your Isaiah Thomas, my Isaiah Thomas, he tweets that, again, this is back in May. There's just giving you the backstory on all of this. Isaiah says, I have been a friend, mentor, and advisor to Jaylen Brown since he was a student at UC Berkeley. He is 100% marketable. And before you slander his name, Stephen A. Smith, tell your source to put their name on it or don't speak on it. Let it be known. So Stephen A. was essentially referring to that Isaiah Thomas tweet about sources when he says, is this guy marketable or not? So now, Jaylen Brown today, and again, just for time reference, Thursday, July 11th, at about 1 p.m., tweet, or noon, there you go. I'm not afraid of your resources. Basically, you're saying, I'm not afraid of your sources.
Right.
And then this was, I think, the bombshell. Right? Ennis Freedom chimes in where Ennis Freedom doesn't, have any business here. He's just trying to find the truth. Well, Ennis Freedom says Jaylen Brown was the NBA Finals MVP. The reason Jaylen didn't get selected for the U.S. national team is because of his criticism of Nike. Corrupt Nike operates like a mafia. If you go against their agenda, they will find a way to silence you. Also, everyone knows that Nike hates Muslims. It's time for Nike to be held accountable for their crime against humanity. He quote tweets Jaylen Brown's tweet from 2022. So this is a tweet from 2022. This is where it all.
I like the timeline. I love it. You're on point.
Where it all stems from. Jaylen Brown quote tweeted a story about Nike. Nike founder Phil Knight says Kyrie stepped over the line when the Nets player shared an anti-Semitic film on Twitter. And Jaylen Brown quote tweeted that story and said, "Since when did Nike care about ethics?" Nike, what everybody is saying now, has held on to that tweet. You do not go against the shield or the swoosh in this case, and have totally shut him out of marketing deals, shoe deals, Team USA.
Blackboard.
Yeah, 100%. When it comes to the politics of the Olympics, man, it is very, very, very special and amazing for these brands. You remember what happened in '92 with the Dream Team with the Olympics?
Who covered the
Michael Jordan.
Shoe?
Michael Jordan had the main deal with Jordan, couldn't do the Reebok deal. Nike told him you better find a way. He covers it with the American flag, which is a traditional picture, iconic picture now. But it's the same thing with Nike. And the thing that makes it even pettier, we know this to be true. When brands when you operate against the brand, against the family, then they're gonna let you know, and they're gonna ice you in a certain way and let you know. The thing that makes it even pettier, though, is the fact that now there are 3 Celtics on the team not named Jaylen Brown.
Right.
That's where
it's Tatum and White, right?
Technically
and Peyton Pritchard I thought was on there. I'm not sure.
On the team right now, it's going to be Tatum. It's going to be
Derek White.
Derek White
and Drew Holiday.
Oh, Drew.
I didn't realize Drew Holiday was on the team.
Yeah, Drew Holiday's on the team.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So if you take away Tatum, there are already 2 that are going to be on the team not named Jaylen Brown. Like, come on, man. Like, Jaylen Brown is more deserving than Jason Tatum if you want to be realistic. But I get it. Jason Tatum's a face. You go with Jason Tatum. But you for damn sure go with Jaylen Brown next. Like, his resume speaks for itself. And even in and of itself this year, this is on purpose. You got 3 guys on the team not named Jaylen Brown. That's petty, Nike.
You know what this means to the Celtics, don't you? They ain't repeating. This will cause a stir in that Celtics team. It has to. How does it not?
Because it's no fault of anyone on the Celtics. Mm-hmm. It's no fault of Drew Holiday. It's no fault of Derek White. They got the fault.
Isaiah Thomas was left off the team.
Well, it's Jordan's fault. This is Nike.
There's always someone.
A particular player. But if it's a Nike issue, then that's more so Nike than LeBron. Obviously, LeBron's the biggest Nike client on the squad.
Jaylen Brown's not mad at his teammates.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he.
Can I blame LeBron for this? Like I do everything. Can I say LeBron has put his foot down and no non-Nike guy is coming on this team?
I don't think LeBron can make that call.
To be honest with you, I mean, LeBron James. I don't know. You say he couldn't make the call, KG.
Anthony Edwards is Adidas.
Yeah. He owns it.
And just not so much about shoe deals, but it is incredible, and it goes back to
Edwards ain't.
It goes back to the league, though.
Yeah.
It goes back to the NBA as a whole. We were just talking about this about a month and a half ago when it comes to coaching changes. How much impact the agents have on NBA teams, on NBA coaches. Yeah. My guy doesn't want to play in the rotation with this guy. Yeah. Why is my guy only getting so many minutes a night? Why is my guy not doing X, Y, or Z? And how much influence shoe companies have with marketing deals in Team USA. Grant Hill actually spoke about this. He's got the controversy. Why not Jaylen Brown on this team? Here's what he had to say.
Well, for a good portion of my career, I wore Fila. That was supposed to be a joke. Play right. No, look, I mean, we we're proud of our partners, obviously, at USA Basketball, but this is about putting together a team. And I'm glad you kind of brought that up, because I think just overall, you have incredible interest from an abundance of talent that we have here in the United States. And I've talked a little bit about when we assembled this roster. You can't, you got 12 spots, and you have to build a team. And one of the hardest things is leaving people off the roster that I'm a fan of, that I look forward to watching throughout the season, throughout the playoffs. Guys who've been finals MVPs, guys who've been a part of the program, guys who've won gold medals, guys who I respect, admire, and enjoy watching. But the responsibility that I have is to put together a team, and a team that complements each other, a team that fits, a team that will give us the best opportunity for success. And so, whatever theories that might be out there, they're just that. But that's my responsibility, and it's tough. It's tough to have conversations, tell people that they're not on the team. And so I know I talked about that in the past, but I just think that speaks in general. Like I'm trying to win, and I'm trying to put together the right pieces that fit and give us a chance to win.
It's the plan for Derek to see their seven.
It's LeBron.
Look.
It's LeBron.
It's LeBron.
It's LeBron.
Look. With all due respect, I love Grant Hill. We were talking about them Duke-isms the other day. We were talking about him versus how you feel about Christian Laettner or Cherokee Parks. Got love for Grant Hill. Appreciate Grant Hill a lot. If the conversation was above your pay grade, then just say that.
Yeah.
Don't try to give us reasoning when it doesn't make sense. Grant, you should have just stayed out of it. You should have just said, hey, look, you know what? I necessarily wasn't up to me. I wish everybody could have made the team that should make the team. We're going to roll with what we have. Grant, that would have been excellent. But you can't get up there and say, when making a team, we got to make a team based off the fit and based off. Jaylen Brown is one of the best players in the NBA. This is supposed to be the NBA, a.k.a. the United States of America takes on the world. Why wouldn't you have Jaylen Brown on this list? Why would you make up this BS excuse to talk? Just say it was above my pay grade.
He was the MVP, man.
Wait a minute.
Like, what are you talking about? Derek White? Jaylen Brown's the best player on that team. There are three guys not named Jaylen Brown on the Team USA.
But again, just for argument's sake, okay?
Yeah.
I think we all agree that a team is much more than just an accumulation of talent. You have to build a team. Do we agree on that?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, just follow me here.
Okay.
I know what's coming.
Follow me here. Do you know who is off the team?
Kawhi Leonard.
Right. So here's what Seth Greenberg said today.
They do the same thing.
Right. Well, but that's right. Like I agree with everything that Grant Hill said. It's not about accumulating talent on the team. It's about building the team. But replace the guy that just got out of the team. Here's Seth Greenberg earlier today on ESPN.
Brown, do you think he got snubbed from the Olympic team?
I don't know if he got snubbed, but I feel for him. He's Kawhi Leonard 2.0. So if you lose Kawhi Leonard, why wouldn't you put in Kawhi Leonard 2.0? 6'6", 6'7", defends, runs the floor, impacts the game on the defensive end, gets you extra possessions on the offensive glass, can shoot the three, can play in isolations, can play with others. He proved that, winning the most outstanding player of the finals, an elite talent, and a winning player. Having said that, I agree with Grant Hill. You're trying to put together a team. Would he accept that role? But I feel for Jaylen Brown because of what he was able to do as a player, a winning player, win a championship. He checked every single box. And if you lose Kawhi Leonard, if you're...
That's the point.
Everybody's so scared. Even what Seth Greenberg just said. He said, I agree with Grant Hill. You have to put together a team, but he's 2.0. Don't just say the second part.
Right.
You don't need to say I agree with him, no, because you don't.
Right.
Like Jaylen Brown was the best player for the job. Did you just say that he was Kawhi Leonard 2.0, which means he stretched the floors. He can stretch from the 5 to the 2 in terms of who he's guarding. You said fit. You said, will he accept that role? Seth Greenberg, it's Team USA. Do you know how many stars have played with stars? How many icons have played with icons? It's Team USA. You accept the role that the coach give you. This isn't the all-star game. Yeah. This is Team USA. You're playing for your country. I disagree 100%. Just say what you said the second part. He's Kawhi. He's the best replacement for Kawhi, and he represents the country in the best way. He's a polished individual. His interviews are enlightening. Like he was all valedictorian out of Cal, and he's winning championships and Finals MVPs. Who else? Why don't you want this guy on your team?
How is he not marketable?
He's not marketable. He's the ultimate marketable guy.
Right. Well, it's funny, too, because before I even did any of the backstory on Jaylen Brown and why he was left off the team, I said to myself that this is the biggest snub since Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
The biggest snub since Isaiah Thomas on any one of the Olympic Team USA rosters since 1992. And how funny that Isaiah Thomas and Jaylen Brown are connected at the hip, so to speak.
So that's like another thing that could be. Now it's like conspiracy theory.
Right.
Like, isn't that something?
Let's blame Jordan.
Well, I mean,
Jordan to LeBron. There's your truth.
He's a Jordan
to
LeBron.
LeBron.
But he's a Jordan guy.
Yeah. I do think what you say though, Maz, and I know you're joking about the blame LeBron,
but not really.
I do think that LeBron, if he heard about this, LeBron is what Wayne Gretzky was. I think LeBron is more important to today's NBA than actually Jordan was.
Of course.
I think Jordan was like,
LeBron really controls the NBA.
Right.
Jordan never controlled the
exactly.
NBA. He influenced it. He didn't control it.
That's a great way to put that, 100%. Braylon.
And that's what I like.
Fantastic.
I agree.
I don't like a guy that
I'm a Jordan guy.
But LeBron's not the Don.
No,
they make him into the Don.
100%. I agree with all of you guys. But because LeBron has that influence on every aspect of basketball in this country, I would suspect that he even knows that this is wrong. Yeah. And he would step up and say, no, guys. Come on. And maybe I'm giving LeBron too much credit for having that power, but I would say, no, guys. Come on now. This ain't right.
Yes, LeBron has that type of power and he can, but we've seen LeBron in these spaces. He only speaks up when he's comfortable. He only speaks up when it's laid out in such a way that there is no backlash. Remember the stuff about China.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that was all related to Nike as well.
Yeah.
Like, so it's these spaces where, like LeBron knew.
Right. And this is an anti-Nike.
He's not bigger than Nike.
You're right.
That's why he can't make that call.
Exactly. LeBron's like, I'm bigger than most everything, but not certain things. And Nike is one of those things. So he's like, hey, look, I see it, but I can't do nothing.
Exactly.
100%. His hands are tied.
That's so interesting that you say that because I didn't even consider the Nike aspect. He would never go against Nike.
Well, hell
period.
No. Yeah.
No. He would never go against Nike. It is quite remarkable though, man.
Nike is the ultimate hand that feeds you. You can say all the money he's made in the NBA and all the other stuff. Nike is the ultimate hand that feeds you. When he first got in the NBA, he had a $90 million deal coming from Nike before he ever touched the ball in the NBA. Nike is the hand that feeds LeBron James.
And what's going on in basketball is interesting in and of itself. You know, the new TV deal was just finalized. TNT apparently still has an opportunity to match. I believe they have
got a week.
I believe they have 10 days, a week to 10 days to match a $76 billion deal, 11 seasons, $76 billion deal. That's 7 times, I believe, what the deal was. I think it was like $11 billion or $12 billion. It's gone from $12 billion to $76 billion.
So 7 a year.
And I guess I just don't understand how or why, because the NBA has lost half of its audience since Michael Jordan retired. That's not a guess. That's not a opinion. That is a fact. In 2024, these NBA playoffs were just down 12% from the year prior, which was down from the year prior, which was down from the year prior. The ratings aren't good.
The NBA, talking about the NBA finals.
The NBA finals, yeah, down 12% despite a couple of game sevens.
Yeah.
No Steph, no LeBron.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's all being generated from.
What they lost in the American consumerism,
they picked up in international.
It is an international game. It's been an international game for quite some time now. It's everybody's watching the NBA, especially overseas. It's way bigger overseas than it is over here.
And then also too, you're starting to get these countries like Slovakia or Slovenia, but like more France. France is like we're taking over the NBA.
Yeah,
so now they're putting more stock. Now they're putting more value. They're getting more TV deals over there for their country, their streaming services that they're using because they're like, Wembanyama is the NBA now. We just had another guy drafted number 1, another guy drafted number 2.
Yep.
They're putting major stock in NBA, and like you said, starts with it's an international brand now. What we're lacking here, we're making up majorly across the world.
I don't think there's any way TNT matches this, though. Do you?
Well, they've already stepped into the college football playoff.
Yeah.
They've spent their money there. They're putting money into True TV. They're making it like a March Madness channel. Okay. They're stepping up their college basketball coverage.
Smart.
Yeah.
They want to stick with baseball.
Right.
It's probably unfortunate that we're going to lose the best show that basketball had to offer us with Charles and the gang.
It's just funny. This is like whenever you see big brands, when they lose out on deals and they just have a ton of money, you see the influx elsewhere. That's how Adidas got the deal with University of Michigan. Adidas owned the soccer league. I don't know which soccer league, which Premier League it was, but Adidas was the main. They were the brand. They were the league. Nike outbid them in the middle of the night in a thievery type deal. So Adidas now had all this extra money. So they threw it at Michigan. They threw it at Tennessee. And I think Notre Dame was all right. But anyway, that's how it happens. Though. When you get booted out of something, you got a ton of extra scratch. It's like, where do I place it?
Hey, we didn't talk about this yesterday, but I do think it's worth a little bit of a conversation now. JB Bickerstaff was introduced yesterday at a press conference at the Pistons Performance Center. And look, I love everything about this guy. I love everything about this hire. I did not feel that way about Monty Williams when he was hired.
Yeah.
I do feel that way about JB Bickerstaff. I think he's proven that he can take not a lotta and turn it into a lotta. If that makes any sense to you whatsoever, he could do more with less, in other words.
Yeah.
And I just am comfortable with him leading the franchise. And again, I am taking no preconceived notions that this basketball season is going to be a ton better, but I do think there is going to be a compete level there. And then I know this is about wins and losses, but this isn't going to happen overnight. I flatlined when it comes to Pistons, my Pistons fandom, since getting rid of Monty Williams, since hiring Trajan Langdon, really.
Yeah.
And
they got the paddles on you.
They have. There is.
Pulse.
I feel like they have brought me back to life a little bit. I like what they're doing a little bit, enough to be interested.
Yeah, no, 100%. And with JB Bickerstaff, a lot of people say, well, Donovan Mitchell played there, so hold your horses. He didn't play there 3 years ago, and that's when the change really started. That was the first season that they went above 500, if I'm correct.
Yep.
KG, so that's when it started. Darius Garland, people point to the fact, well, he's got Colin Sexton and Darius Garland. You see how good those players are. Once again, those players weren't that good 3 years ago. Those players are players that he got the best out of, and now they've developed their game in a cohesiveness. Add Jared Allen in there as well, and they become better NBA players alongside of players like Donovan Mitchell. So with that being said, you see the track record that he has. You see what's kind of taking shape, and us adding veteran players for these younger players to really get a chance to know who they are. Now they got some guys that can give them some extra game, like we talked about, guys that know the right ways to work with them in practice. So I'm excited to see just what you even have. Now I'm not saying they're going to win 30 games, 25 games, 22 games, but I'm saying I can see a sense of players becoming better under his system and veteran leadership in the locker room.
A guy that wants to be here and a guy that knows the Pistons. He's played them, for the last bunch of years. So he knows how down they are, but he likes that nucleus. I like their nucleus. We'll see what they do with these free agents that they brought in, the trades that they've made. They're on the upswing. Like we said, it's the best Pistons team in at least 4 or 5 years.
And also, too, I think you look at the players that are on that team, like you said, Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris, not just has he only been here, it's about the same type of guys that Brad Holmes drafted, Brad Holmes brings in. Tobias Harris want to prove he still can hoop. Tobias Harris wants to prove that he still can play, that he's still worthy when people look and say, oh, yeah, he deserves 20+. He deserves a small bag for the type of game he has. You don't think Tim Hardaway Jr. feels the same? Mm-hmm. Like, he, 14.4, could have contributed in a major way in his mind in the playoffs to what the Dallas Mavericks run was and how they came up short. He wants to prove how good he is, especially being back home in Michigan where it all started from. And then Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley wants to prove, hey, look, I can actually ball without being on the team where I'm the third guy or the fourth guy. Malik Beasley wants to prove. So you got hungry guys in an organization where this is a fresh start. And in a time where they're going to see the Lions and they're going to see a lot talked about it, where the Lions were 3-4 years ago. That type of stuff motivates you, though.
And they could be traded.
Absolutely. I was going to say that, too.
Teams.
Like, if you want out.
Play hard. And get your release.
And again, why do you think Jack
Jeremy
Flaherty's
Grant.
pitching so well today?
Yeah.
He wants to go to the Dodgers.
Hey, 6'1" Tigers,
yeah,
by the way.
6'1"
Which also
Tigers.
works in our favor, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete, I wanted to play a little bit of this JB Bickerstaff from yesterday. If we could, we'll hear that now.
It was my conversations with Trajan to begin with. The rest of the guys, Magic was with him, JR was with him, and, George David, like the conversations we had, Arn, and then obviously finally with Tom, like I had a great feeling that this organization was headed in the right direction and it was being led by the right people. For me, going through some of the things that I've gone through in the past, like the people that you work with being of a shared vision, a willingness to commit to one another, a willingness to partner with one another. I thought this group, as a whole, had a great vision. And then, Tom has given every resource to go out and execute that vision. So I was extremely excited about that. And then obviously you study the team. And I took a deep dive as quickly as I could. Obviously experience of playing against them 4 times for so many years. But I knew the players well. And I believed in their ability. I believed in their talent. There is a steps process that we have to take, and we're really aware of that. And Trajan and I are united in that, aligned in that. And it just doesn't happen for anybody overnight, right? So we'll do the job of not skipping steps and helping our players reach their potential. But when you look at this group, there's some high-level, high-ceiling potential guys, and it's our responsibility to help them get there. And then again, you mentioned, the Tobiases of the world, the veteran guys that we're bringing in here to help those guys along, to show them, true professionalism. I think that gives an added boost to the group, and we can get to where we want to go.
Yeah, that's just one thing I think we forget about is the fact that he did coach the Cleveland Cavaliers, which means he's going to see this team he's seen this team 4 times a year for the last 3 years. So he knows a lot of those younger guys. How often have you seen somebody like seeing somebody working at another network, Ryan, or for me when I was playing ball, I see somebody play for another team and you like, ooh, he's got that. Only if he would do this, but they're opposition. They're on opposite teams, so you can't give him that little tidbit to help them. But now he's no longer on the opposite team of those guys. He's on the same team. So there's things that he saw in Jalen Duren or Cade Cunningham, obviously, or even Jaden Ivey in a small batch sample size. He saw something in these players. So he took this job for a reason. I don't think that doesn't go lightly.
And you see all the noise about Jalen Duren? The Knicks really interested in possibly trading for him.
Why wouldn't they be? I mean, he is
It's a double when he's on the court.
And again, I mean, why wouldn't anybody be interested in trying to acquire Jalen Duren? This guy is a young Ben Wallace, it feels like, and put in the right situation, in the right role, not having to be Superman.
Yeah,
you don't have to be the best. Player. Yeah, I mean, absolutely could be something. I do want to mention Asar Thompson, going to miss the Pistons Summer League. He lost the last 19 games of the year. I shouldn't say he lost it. He did not play. He was yanked with 19 games to go because of the blood clot. But they're just taking it slowly.
Yeah. Is it worth even bringing up the question with this probably could be related to like other people do, or do we stay away from it?
What? You sound like Anson up there.
But that's what I'm saying.
What are you saying? I'm lost.
He took the shot.
Oh.
So you see like all the athletes nowadays.
Where does a kid get a blood clot out of nowhere?
Right.
And then there's no like direct correlation, no conversation about it. That's more so Anson's line of questioning. But
no, I mean I Yeah, I mean, I don't shy away from stuff like that. I just don't know.
Bronny's heart attack. Bronny's heart.
Right.
A lot of heart attacks.
You can go on and on and on with these young athletes.
Right.
On and on.
Yeah.
But Asar Thompson was cleared for like basketball activities. They said they just wanted to hold him back, which makes sense. So
how about our boy Jonte Porter?
Yeah.
Jonte Porter. Remember him, guys?
Yeah,
he was the guy that was sitting out, the over-unders, betting over-unders, sitting out, getting the earache, all of that kind of stuff. He's going to jail.
Love it.
He is going to jail.
Collect $200.
Love it. Probably lost a couple of bucks because this guy.
Do not pass go.
It cost you some parlays?
It probably cost me some parlays.
Probably.
3 to 4. It said it could serve 3 to 4. He's probably not gonna do anything.
You deserve to lose if you're betting on Jonte Porter.
Hey, that's true. That's true. If you ever saw your parlay sheet, man, you get 2 days in jail too.
You're clean, man. You get clean, right?
Absolutely clean, real clean. Hey guys, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about receiver.
Yes.
Little NFL. It dropped last night.
Oh, it dropped. I like that word.
Dropped.
Yeah.
It was dropped. You actually shouldn't say that for the receiver documentary.
Right, because it's streamed?
No, because
of the
receiver.
Drops.
Oh, yeah.
Get it together,
Can't say it was
is it one at a time?
No, it's all there.
It's all there.
It's all there if you want to watch it. I did watch the first episode, and the first episode featured Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Sir,
but first, a message from the Boys and Girls Club of Southeast Michigan.
Alrighty. Join the best youth football league in Metro Detroit. The Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League offers ages 5 to 14 with 6 exciting teams to choose from in Detroit, Belleville, Highland Park, and East Point. Ryan knows something about East Point.
Oh, yeah. It's born and raised.
There you go.
16524 Juliana, baby.
Thought I was BSing, man. Register to football, or register for voting, or register for cheer as well at bgcsm.org. Equipment, meals, and transportation all included for players. Register now. Tackle football and cheerleading. And also, you see the shirt, you see the color, you know what time it is. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. Thank you.
That's fuchsia.
There's a man that knows his stuff. Like KG caught that too, by the way. Over 50 metropolitan Detroit locations. They're everywhere because they are the best gym. You come in, you walk in, the gym is clean. So is the locker room because it is home of the squeaky clean gym and the total body workout. Planet Fitness, your fitness is essential.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
Oh, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Any Lady Jane's haircuts for men, and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Hey, guys, dreaming of a new home but feeling the financial pinch? Mark White and Associates, your trusted real estate experts, are here to help you. Mark White and his team will pay up to $5,000 of your closing costs. That's what I said. $5,000, you know it. Call Mark White and Associates today, 248-290-8242. Visit them online as well at markwhitesells.com. Again, call Mark White today, 248-290-8242 to make your dreams come true.
And if you're going to make your dreams come true, you might as well look good, too. Lady Jane's talking about awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in, sit back, relax. Let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. You could walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome. Want to thank our good friend Dante151.
Hey, Dante.
Super chat. J.K. Simons. Is it Simmons or Simons?
Simmons.
I think it's
Simmons.
Great actor.
Was just on the Tigers broadcast, and if he ever decided to leave being an actor, he would be a great commentator in baseball. He explained how well Justin Henry Malloy hit the ball the other way. That's fantastic.
Good stuff. He's a big Tiger
He's in
fan.
one of my favorite movies.
J.K. Simmons
For the love of the
from
game.
Grosse Pointe Woods.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Grosse Pointe North High School.
I love it.
For the love
Did he
of
go
the
to
game.
North?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yep.
Look at that.
That's one up on you South guys.
There you go.
No.
There you
You
go.
got Ryan Ermanni.
Yeah, right.
You got
Ryan Ermanni. Chris Getz. Will Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
How about that?
You're back on top. Back on top.
Guys, I wanted to talk about Receiver, which dropped on Netflix yesterday. And again, I hate to say that because it's a receiver metaphor nonetheless, but thought it was fantastic. I love these behind-the-scenes looks. This is exactly what we kind of miss in Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just the behind-the-scenes looks at these guys. This is... I'm going to play a clip for you. This is a clip, right?
Yes.
This is a clip from Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's having dinner the night before a game with his girlfriend and his parents. And it is, or no, maybe it's not before the game. It is after a game where he's doing the pelvic thrusts as his touchdown celebration.
Talking about a cellies.
His dad was not happy about it.
I'm big on celebrations. Once you get in the end zone, you better have a plan. I don't do anything weak. If I dance, I need it to go viral. I was looking around for the camera. I found him. I pointed at him. I waited for him to get close to me, and then I hit my celebration. It was basically like, some pumps, whatever you want to call it.
I'm bringing you a love that's true, so get ready, I'm gonna try to make it love me too.
Up to me and he said, "Hey, listen, that was a little excessive. Had he gone one more hip thrust there, I was going to throw the flag." And so luckily he was right below the line there.
I don't think my celebration was a pump. People might think it was, but I think it was more hand movement than hip thrusting. But you can be the judge of that.
So as part of that, one of the voices you heard in there was Dan Campbell, who said during that the official came up to him and said, "Hey, that was pretty close here. That was pretty close. Right. That was pretty close. One more, and I was going to throw the flag." So we had to talk to him about that. And then the part you didn't see is the part I described. Two-time Mr. Universe, Amon-Ra St. Brown's dad, said, No. We don't do that. That's not. He's like, "I love the celebrations, but that was too far." And then looked at the girlfriend and said, "Was that your idea?"
She was like, "I didn't approve
and then
of
she
that."
was like,
Right.
"No." And her dad called her, the girlfriend's dad called the girlfriend, his daughter, and asked if she had something to do with that, because I guess Amon-Ra and his girlfriend do practice the touchdown celebrations or choreograph them.
Right.
Or choreograph them. So they were trying to figure out, and Amon-Ra's dad was like, I saw Stan Edwards.
It's old school.
I saw Stan Edwards in that part there.
Yeah, my dad was heavy on the for the celebrations when I was a kid. He do a little too much, but he does work on celebrations. And one I like that he did last year was the fake box slide. Everybody started doing like the Juju slide. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
like
it's
that?
the Baltimore little.
100%. But he will find that camera, and that's what we talked about. I said he could be the star. We all agree he could be the star receiver. He's always looking for that camera. He's always trying to go viral. But when you work as hard as he does between the lines, between the hashes, I don't mind you doing all the extra stuff because you deserve it. It's like Chad Ochocinco. Yeah. I never had a problem with T.O. Those dudes deserve to do what they did.
You know, one of the parts about this, and again, I don't think I'm giving anything away here because the stories are the stories. But one of the things seen in there is a video when Amon-Ra is 8 years old. And Amon-Ra's dad is talking to Amon-Ra about a plan to get to the NFL. The goal is to get to the NFL and the process that it's going to take to get there and all of the weightlifting and all of the work that is going to have to be put in to get to the NFL. And it is... Now, again, because Amon-Ra's dad is who he was, I do feel like it's a little bit different than random Joe Schmo telling his kid the plan is going to get to the NFL. When you see what his dad's the physical specimen that was Amon-Ra's dad, it's a lot different than Ryan Ermanni telling Luke Ermanni, hey, this is the plan. Now, I would be against this probably under any other scenario. Like, this is the plan, and you're going to do this, and you're going to do that. But you could see from such a young age the greatness, I think, already, the skill already. And there was a component of Amon-Ra's dad being an expert in that field.
Yeah.
Like he was already an expert in getting your body ready for
fitness.
Yeah, fitness. For achieving
condition,
a goal.
Fitness, understanding it. No, watching it, and you're definitely appreciative of it. You know, even if it was Joe Schmo, even though it's someone that has that experience and has kind of like, I guess you could say, cheat code or a head start, still amazing to watch, man. And you still got to follow it. I remember my dad having that cheat code, if you will, playing in Michigan, playing in the league. So you just listen as a kid. You're like, I know what he's talking about because you see the facts. Like I see the pictures. What I love, Ryan, is that now you come to the younger age or younger generations, there's so much access that these kids, like Amon-Ra is a kid to me. Sorry, this is what it is. I'm 41.
It is.
It's so much access that they had growing up in terms of cell phones, camera phones, like laptops with cameras on them. Like there's cameras everywhere. There's footage everywhere. There's pictures everywhere. Stuff on the media. So when you pull and you have shows like this, or you're trying to show the backstory, you can see everything. Yep. You can see the whole journey from the time they were born to Amon-Ra's last touchdown last year. I love that fact that we have all that. Because we still have stuff of ours, Ryan, but how often we got to search and find, or I think grandma has this video, and I think my mom might have this one, or I think my uncle has this VHS. Now they have everything cataloged, and it makes it a lot more fun when you're watching, biopics or backstories.
Yeah.
Did you watch, speaking of celebrations, did you see Shohei last night?
Oh, my God. What was he thinking? Did you see what he did?
Yeah.
Do it, man.
He lost, by the way.
I'm not going to do it.
He did it.
I'm not going to do it.
I can't do it.
You got to do it. No,
but
somebody got to do it.
Do you want to see the video?
Do we have it?
Yeah, hang on. Give me a second.
I wanted to ask you before I put it up there.
Yeah, let's continue this real quick, and we'll talk about Shohei. But
we were talking about celebrations.
Yeah, right. But just with the Amon-Ra stuff, too, like from a young age, and you talk about the video, Braylon, that you have.
Yeah.
The video of, he's like, there was a guy, again, Amon-Ra's 8 years old. And he's like, I'm playing peewee football, and there was a guy. The kid's hands were so good.
Yeah.
So after the game, Amon-Ra and his dad went up to the kid and said, "How do you catch everything? How do you catch everything?" He said, "We have a jugs machine, and I catch 200 balls every day." And so they got a jugs machine, and Amon-Ra's dad says, "We got to catch 202 balls.
Got to be better.
We got to be better than him."
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, after practice, Amon-Ra catches 202 balls off the jugs machine every day.
Amazing.
When you talk about hands and dedication, and because so many people, Bray, you've probably seen a million of these guys.
Yeah.
They come in, they're good players, they do what's asked of them, but nothing more than that. And they're not as great, I guess, on the field, perhaps.
Yeah, that natural ability and that talent, that kind of is done in college. Like once you get to the end, like when you can.
My guy Dave Terrell is a perfect example. Of
I
that.
love Dave. Dave's another number one. Yeah, I love watching Dave at Michigan. Look, that natural talent, that God-given ability, as they say, mixed in with a little bit of work, that'll get you through high school, that'll get you through college. But once you get to the NFL, where you got guys that are putting in that work year-round, like it is now their job. There's no college, there's no high school, there's no books, there's no classes, there's no other things that they have to pay attention to, Ryan and Money. Their sole job is to play football, get ready for football, watch film, run routes, get better each year, and make that next step. And if you're not doing that, if you're not taking that leap, you will get exposed in the NFL. Things get harder, things get faster at the professional level. So you gotta put that work in every day. Because if you're not, somebody out there named Amon-Ra St. Brown or somebody out there like him coming up, they come to steal your job.
As I was watching this too, said a lot of dumb things here. A lot of those dumb things have come true. I may say another dumb thing right now. And another dumb thing I may say might come true. And I'm not going to be able to prove this today, and neither will you.
Talk about it, Ryan.
But as I was watching that last night about Amon-Ra's dedication, you're getting a first-person look at how much he loves football, how much he loves the Detroit Lions, how much he loves excellence, how much he loves pursuing what has to be done to be great. Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to be a Hall of Fame football player. A Hall of Famer.
I hope you're right.
He'll be the next Hall of Fame football player for the Detroit Lions. The next one.
Mad at that at all.
That's how I feel about him.
Why not?
I think he is that good. He has every single characteristic that you could possibly want to be a Hall of Famer. And I think he's going to the HOF. Absolutely. And again, I can't prove that today, but I hope, 12, 13, 14 years from now, keep this tape when it's all said and done. And he's going to the Hall of Fame. I think that.
I think the only thing that would slow that process down or put it on a cusp, if you will, is Amon-Ra St. Brown is not tall and nor is he fast. And what I mean by that is when you get into year 6 and that speed starts to lessen, you can't get open as much. Year 7, year 8, a lot of taller guys are able to maintain because they're still taller guys. They run routes, keep the ball away from their bodies, steal yards that way. That's when it's going to be interesting when he gets to year 8, 9. See what type of wide receiver is he 8, 9. Like right now, he's still in his prime. He's not even enter his prime. But once he gets toward the end, we'll see how he was able to finish those last 5 years. Because that's what, like a guy like Larry Fitzgerald, like you look at his last 5 years, not necessarily the same production, but he's still finding 1,100 yards because he's 6'3". Putting in the spots, but still on the outside.
Wouldn't you feel like that would benefit his game, though? Because he's not, like, his game isn't predicated on speed or other physical factors. It's him breaking open coverages. Like that's
you have a great offensive coordinator, great offensive mind, and Ben Johnson, who's plugging him in these spots. But he's still young. He can get to those spots faster. It's a little tougher. You get a little later towards the career. That's more so all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's better stack up those yards at the beginning.
Yeah. He's definitely got the determination, man.
100%.
The torn oblique story, man, that was crazy too.
This was week 4?
Yeah, man. And he already was playing on a really messed up toe, and then he turned around and tore his oblique off the bone. They
see things like that start to add up too, is those injuries.
Yeah.
Like look at Calvin those last couple of years. Calvin was banged and beat up, and he was hurt. But the fact that he's 6'5", I can still throw him a jump ball.
Right.
Like Calvin was banged up towards the end. That's another thing, that factor. So that Iron Man, that tough man, you love it. You love to see it. But at the end of the day, those extra hits, those extra tough stuff where I can play this game as opposed to say, now, those come back in year 10, year 11, year 12. So just be careful.
And part of like Amon-Ra too is he's such a great leader in that room, right? I mean,
he's a good person.
Anybody that comes and joins the Detroit Lions and sees like that the best player on the team or one of 5 of the, well, however you want to characterize, he's a great player on the team. That this is the kind of work that the great players on the team put in.
On and off.
Like you can't not work as hard as the great players, right? Don't you too have to put in that much work?
When LT got to New York Jets, LT was one of the best running backs when I was in college and then when I was in the league. But LT was one of those guys. When LT came, you hear about the legendary workouts they had out there with San Diego, how he broke Reggie Bush down, had Reggie Bush out there calling up Earl on the phone. You guys know who that is. You know who Earl is. We'll call up Earl on the phone, passing out, because that's how hard that LT went. When he got to New York, he worked like that in off season, and you're looking at him, you're like, this guy's first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, LT is going to be LT. I can't be way back here, or I can't be slacking, or I got to give everything I have, because as long as he's going, he's first ballot Hall of Famer. He's still going. He's older than us, and he's still going. I ain't got nothing to say. I just got to go.
Hopefully, J-Mo will learn off of him, right? That's the perfect guy to really learn off of.
That's a great follow-up.
And if you remember, year one, when he was hurt, remember he was saying, I'm starting to catch 100 balls off the jugs machine. Remember 100? Mm-hmm. I remember him saying that number 100, and we all said, you better make it 200. Mm-hmm. And now you find out what Amon-Ra St. Brown's been doing his whole career, 202 after every damn practice. Man, that's dedication, and hopefully it rubs off on this kid because he's got the talent that maybe Amon-Ra don't have. He's got the wheels.
We always talk about like effort as well, like effort and attitude, right? Like those are the two things that you can control. In a world of things that you cannot control, you can always control two things about yourself.
Yeah.
You can control your energy and your attitude. Mm-hmm. And this guy has both of them. And I think as long as he continues that, and there's no reason to say that any of those two things are going to fall off, it's just incredible what I think. He could be one of those guys you talk about 20 years down the road and you say, oh yeah, like that was a great player like Calvin Johnson. Oh yeah, that was like a Steve Eisman. Oh yeah, that was like a Lou Whitaker or Alan Trammell. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a Kirk Gibson. You know what I mean? Like he could be one of those types of great names that you hear 20, 30 years down the road.
Put the Lions on the map, man, and keep them going.
Let me ask you this question. Who would be the best Detroit Lion right now that wasn't necessarily just naturally God bless given talent?
Chris Spielman.
And that's what I was leaning towards. Because, you look at Calvin, like, you can't create like
attitude and effort.
And Barry Sanders, you can't create that. Like, Barry Sanders, like.
They stand on their own.
Exactly. So, the guys that weren't the fastest or had the most agility or quads the size of that M5 out there.
Spielman will forever be one of my favorite football players.
Chris Spielman. What about Herman Moore?
I love Herman.
Yeah, Herman.
I love
Herman wasn't fast.
Different kind of player.
Another name that
Herman's I think it's a good one.
Secure hands, though.
Oh, yeah, hands. Definitely had hands. High jumper at Virginia.
Amazing. Still holds the records at Virginia.
He does.
All right. Do you have the Shohei?
Yeah.
So this is these baseball things. I still don't know what Shohei
the Dodgers do. I hate it.
What this?
Yeah, I hate it.
Why does everybody do that? What does that mean?
I don't know.
You get on second base.
Freddie Freeman really bothers me. I don't know why. I mean, it looks. I don't even want to use the word.
It's another stolen dance that they messed up.
Here's the Shohei.
Pages is a .339 hitter against lefties as Ohtani goes. Ohtani is safe. A good throw from Stubbs, but Shohei Ohtani has stolen another base.
Great jump out on Ohtani. Goes first move and steals, and that right leg of his hits the back part of the bag. Watch the angle. Stays on.
Somebody better teach him what that means in English.
Like, do you think he meant to do that?
That's the Wednesday night. That's the Wednesday night game of the week.
Yeah, he's saying he got big huevos.
By the way, the Phillies beat them
again. They're gonna beat them again tonight.
Hey, so what if Amon-Ra St. Brown did that? His dad would kill him.
Oh
my God,
his dad would kill him.
I would like to hear if anybody asked him about that celebration.
I'm sure they did. I don't know if his interpreter told the truth though.
Right?
What if his interpreter don't tell the truth?
Yeah, for real.
It's tough.
He knows.
But they know
he knows.
He knows what he knows.
He can play it off though.
He knows.
Maybe he told one of the guys in the dugout, "Hey, I'm going to steal off this guy," and they said, "There's no way you're going to steal off him." So maybe that was to one of his teammates.
That reminds me. You guys keep talking for a second. I'm going to send Pete a video because that reminds me of something like this. Because my friends did not know. I'm going to send you a video. Hold on, I got to find it. Talk about it yourself.
The Phillies have their best record at the midway point in their history. 60 and 32. 60. Ain't that something, man?
60 and 32, 92
They are
down.
playing outstanding baseball, and without Bryce Harper being healthy.
Yeah, this is true. Bryce Harper's been in and out of the rotation.
Yeah.
But you talked about it, though. We talked about it yesterday, just how deep that team is, man. A lot of their younger guys, they're 2 third-year players. They're playing at really, really, really consistently good levels. Not just playing good here or there. Really consistent. Kind of like we're starting to see with Colton Keith, maybe.
Yeah.
You've seen with Riley Green.
Yeah.
Like, your younger players got to start playing consistent.
They both
in
got
that
a bunch of
2-3.
hits today.
100%, but that's what you're seeing out of them. So maybe the tide is turning, but it definitely has turned for the Phillies. They've been right there for the last 4 years. You know, they've been in 2 World Series.
Yeah.
They've been 2 in LCS.
Just can't get over the hump.
4 in total. So they're right there. But I tell you, they are the team. They are so fun to freaking watch.
I would love to see the Dodgers lose
in the playoffs.
You know, I would love to see them lose.
Well, I mean, they've got to be in the market for a starting pitcher, right? You need 2 starters in the postseason.
Yeah.
They just lost Glass now.
They lost Glass now, and they lost Kershaw, and they
Kershaw
lost
hasn't been back.
Walker Buehler.
And our boy Rodriguez hasn't pitched for him.
So they should, Eduardo Rodriguez. So they should get 2 of those 4. I think the team that really needs a second starter is the New York Yankees.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean,
need a second
your
and a
boy
third.
Luis Heel or whatever is turning heel.
He's hit the skids.
He is turning heel. I'm having trouble sending this. I'm sending you a video, Pete, for like a similar hand gesture where my friends did not realize the hand gesture they were making.
Oh, really?
Maybe email it to me.
Well, it's
directly.
just having a hard time sending
gotcha.
in
Did you send it in the WhatsApp?
And send it in the WhatsApp.
That's okay.
It's going, but we'll see. But again, I mean, the Yankees definitely need a second starter. You talk about Jack Flaherty today. Jack Flaherty is throwing a great game against a first place team in the Guardians, and
one hitter,
a one hitter gave up a dinger, and that's about it. But nonetheless, one of those teams needs a guy like Jack Flaherty. And I'm not even sure Jack Flaherty's enough, to be honest with you. They might need to go. You should have it, Pete. They might have to go a little bit deeper. No pun intended. Pause.
Good pause there.
Then Jack Flaherty. You might have to get somebody else.
Did you see the home run derby lineup?
No.
Let's put that up, Pete.
Pete's a little busy now, man.
I was going to say, but okay, there you go. All right.
Pete got
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I can't see the names. Who was that?
Pete Alonso, Alec Boehm,
Adolis Garcia.
Yeah.
Hang on, guys.
Is that Rushman?
There we go.
No, it's Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson, Teoscar Hernandez, Marcelo Zuna. Oh, Jose Ramirez and Bobby Witt Jr.
Yes.
That's a good lineup.
Marcelo Zuna, man, could be the sleeper in that one.
He's
the oldest guy.
I don't know if he's a sleeper.
Not after what they did last year.
He's the oldest guy.
I mean, he might be the favorite.
No, he's not the favorite.
Teoscar Hernandez can mash.
Yes, he can.
You know.
I wouldn't want to be in this thing. It ruins your swing.
Yeah.
Every time I see a guy in this thing, they really don't have a great second half of the year.
Yeah, Juan Rodriguez last year, like, he legitimately was a different player, and he had bombed in that first round.
He hadn't been the same since.
He has not, and I also don't like the format. I don't like the
They changed
format.
it this year. It still sucks.
Yeah, it still sucks because last year you can have a guy that hits 42 home runs in the first, and he's good. Now the next guy has to hit. It's confusing. You can
got your cut.
All set, right guy.
Oh, you got it?
Yep.
All right, this is a hand gesture that happened where my co-host did not realize the hand gestures they were making. Take a look.
In the middle of the movie. Well, surprise, surprise. The scariest part.
Did he get the large Slurpee again?
Yes, and a hot dog.
And the Reese Pieces.
And come here just real quick. If you get loud candy in a movie theater, just eat it. Just put it in your mouth, and you don't have to pour it out and then
shake it around in that cardboard box
like dice. Just eat it because you're bothering me. All right?
Well, especially in this movie, because Ryan, did you notice that people were afraid to? People say about this movie they're afraid to munch their popcorn too loud. It's so quiet.
Yes, and it makes you aware
of
of
Mariel's guy shaking his Reese's.
And seriously, it's not the shaking because it's going to make noise when you pour it out the box, and I accept that. You know what got me? It's the hand rattle. Like you're playing dice and or you're trying to hop, skip it. What are you doing? Just eat it. Just eat it.
Had no idea. Had no idea.
You sure?
I swear to you, they had no idea. They were talking about the movie, and this is years ago.
Yeah.
This was in reference to the movie A Quiet Place, where you had to be totally quiet or you died, or the aliens would come and kill you. So she's saying in a crowded theater where everybody is having a hard time breathing, even, right? You shouldn't have loud candy shaking your candy box. You know what I mean?
Pete is over there.
So
Remind me to have to watch Quiet Place.
Yeah, right. It's a great movie. Quiet Place Day 1 just came out, but Quiet
Not
Place.
good, by the way.
Yeah, that's what my wife said.
not good.
She went to see it.
So number 2 is no good?
Number
the
3.
third one.
Three.
The first two are great.
First one's great.
Yeah.
First
Second
2 are
one's good
great.
too,
Yeah.
Who's in it? Anyone we know?
The third one, that's Lupita. I forget her
Krasinski.
last name. She was in Black Panther though. And there were some other people in there, but just not a good
the
movie.
first one. Who's in the first one? I forget his name. I'm
okay.
terrible with names. It's a 2018 movie. I'll pull it up. It's John Krasinski. John Krasinski.
Yeah.
And Emily Blunt.
Oh yeah.
Joel had that one.
Yeah, Joel. Big Joel. Tigers, man, 10-1.
Yeah.
How about that?
Urshela cleared the bases.
That's right. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. Top of the hour. We'll get there next with first a message from Dr. Pierce. We'll go around the NFL next.
Oh, let's do it, right? And Dr. Pierce will be here with us tomorrow. Not today at this time. Don't miss out on our sports expert, Dr. Jeff Pierce of the Michigan Sports and Spine. Join him every Tuesday on Big D Energy. Thursdays here at Ermanni Edwards. He'll be here tomorrow, though. He's on a little bit of trip to New York. Trust the guy at DMAC and Braylon Trust. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game, performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944 for Dr. Jeff Pierce. And, of course, we're going to take you over to our great friends at Premier Pet Supply, PremierPetSupply.com. Trust your pet. Your pet wants these. Give them the best. It's Premier Pet Supply, family-owned and operated for over 30 years. 13 Metro Detroit locations and 60 brands of food at the lowest prices available. Give them a call today. They got curbside delivery if you need it as well. It is PremierPetSupply.com.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Hamp for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
Yo, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Any Lady Jane's haircuts for men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's haircuts for men. It's wicked awesome.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Hey, gang, let me tell you about Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. That's right, Les Stanford has expanded their fleet of lineup, the beautiful cars with Buick and GMC. That dealership located in Ferndale on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. And if you're looking for a Chevy or a Cadillac, Les Stanford in Dearborn, where they have been on Michigan Avenue for over 55 years. New pre-owned service. You need your vehicle serviced? Look no further than Les Stanford. All 4 GM brands under one umbrella now. LesStanford.com, LesStanford.com. Together. Let's drive.
And if you ain't been watching the best morning show in the state, I don't know what you're doing, man. Wake Up Woodward every day, 8 to 10, Monday through Friday. You join myself, Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam, Broder, JB, and that's it. And as we cover all of Detroit sports talk, banter, and live fan interaction, just had Greg Kelser on earlier today. Thank you for coming on the show. But check us out, man. 8 to 10 every day on Detroit's #1 sports network. That is Woodward Sports.
You know, before we get to the NFL, I would like to touch. Look, the Tigers game is a 10-1 game. They're not blowing this one. It's over, right?
Let's hope.
And if they do, sue me.
Yeah.
It's a really, really nice series win.
Yeah.
4-game, taking 3 out of 4.
Should have won them all.
And probably should have. Yeah, they had a chance in the ninth.
Them 6-0.
And a chance to win in the 10th the other night. That's a really nice series win in a 4-game series against the first-place Guardians. And they're going to be 4 games under 500 when it's all said and done here. Yeah. They've got the Dodgers coming in. If they could somehow just take one for... And let me tell you, the Dodgers are not who you think they are. They don't...
Especially without Mookie.
They do not pitch.
Yeah.
They don't have Mookie Betts. And if you can get through the first 3 or 4 hitters, depending upon who's in the lineup, usually it's Shohei, it's Teoscar Hernandez, or Will Smith, and then Freddie Freeman. Yep. Outside of those 4, you can beat them. You might be able to take the series from them, KG.
Yeah, and thankfully they sent down Kenta Maeda, who was supposed to start on Sunday, or they made him a reliever, so he won't be starting on Sunday. So
he might be a good reliever.
Yeah,
he might be a damn good reliever.
Well, it's yet to be seen, but
I hope he finds his game.
Yeah,
I hope he does. He's a good guy. He's embarrassed. He's a good pro. He was supposed to be an innings eater. Yeah. It hasn't worked out. Let's see if he could find himself in the bullpen.
Let me go ahead, Brady.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think those like that we were asking questions about Scott Harris yesterday. Is like what he can be faulted for. What can this regime be faulted for? I think a situation like that when you consistently see Kenta Maeda on the mound and you know what he is. I think they're they lose 11 out of 13, 11 out of 14 games. He's played in like you know what's gonna happen, but you continue to start him. You continue to put him on the mound. See moves like that, or is when you question AJ Hinch or when you question Scott Harris, things like that. You can say, hey, look. You're not serious if you're consistently doing that.
Mm-hmm. So after today's game, and again, it's a 10-1 game, I'm going to talk like it's over, to be honest with you, because if they blow this one, it's over. Top of the 7th, up 10-1. You've won 6 of 7. You're 4 games under 500. You've got the Dodgers coming in. Let's just play devil's advocate here for a second. You take 2 of 3 from the Dodgers, and you've got Scooble going, by the way, on Friday night.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, you've got Scooble going. Let's say, just for argument's sake, you win the Scooble game. Then you've got 2 chances to win 1 game. If you take 2 or 3 from the Dodgers, after taking 3 of 4 from the first place Cleveland Guardians, does it change at all your mindset going into the second half about whether or not you're going to unload a couple of guys here or whether you're going to try to stay in this thing and go for it? Because you may be hitting your stride.
What?
This offense is starting to hit its stride. Does it change anything for you whatsoever?
Tom Mazaway.
I've never really given up on them. I've watched them all the time. I like this team. I told you they're 3-4 players away from really being a terrific team. But they're gutty. They are going to play a lot of winning teams in the second half of the year.
Mm-hmm. Well, how about this? 12 of the first 15 games are against Cleveland and Minnesota.
Yeah.
12 of 15 games.
Chance to make up ground.
Guess what? You can eat up a lot of ground or you could be out of it in the first 2 weeks.
Yep.
Right? I don't know, man. As far as I told you the way I want to do it, I want to give up some of our prospects for major league players.
Yeah.
If it's possible, that's what I want to do. Otherwise, what are you giving away? Flaherty? What are we going to get for Flaherty? I'd rather see him stay here if we're not going to get anything but a double-A ball player. I don't want a double-A ball player. I want a guy that could play right now on my team instead of Zach McKinstry or instead of Javi Baez. That's what I want for this team. If you can't get that, then stand pat and then bring these freaking guys up and let us see them.
I apologize that I was laughing. We were laughing at you saw that same thing I saw. Doug?
I figured you were talking about something that happened behind my back here on the wall.
Yeah, you know, like that 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock hour is the time of those weird looking dates. If you see the old guy that's like clearly 65, 70, and the girl that's like,
you know the play.
She's barely holding you.
Right.
So
You know the play.
It was one of those that walked by the window. I thought it was very interesting. But yeah, it's
Were they heading to Lululemon?
No, them the hell no.
They're heading social.
That'll get her in trouble. No, they off. Actually, the date is over.
You're right.
3 o'clock. They're going to the Uber ride. But we talked about it yesterday. It's like, what are you really giving up? What are you really getting in return? Talking about the Tigers, the trade deadline. So I don't see them making many moves, to be honest. I think they're going to ride with this team. They know who they are. They know what they saw in the second half, and those bets aren't necessarily going to change to the tune of getting into this thing in the second half. So
the hard part too is just how good the American League is this year. The Tigers 5 games under 500, 4 games under 500 after today. They're 7 games out of the wild card. The Chicago Cubs are 5 games under 500. They're 3.5 games out of the wild card.
They still pack Wrigley.
Right. The San Diego Padres are 49 and 47. They're in the 3rd wild card spot. So you basically just have to play 500 ball in the National League to be even remotely in the thick of things there.
The way the Yankees are going, they might play themselves right the hell out of the playoffs. So that might be a spot for you.
They won last night.
I know.
Yeah, no.
Barely.
Ugly. It doesn't mean anything. I don't know. I just next couple of weeks going to be interesting with the Tigers. Again, with 12 of the first 15 games in the second half through July being against the Twins and the Indians. God, I always say that. Jeez, I hate saying. It's just
it's easy to say,
right?
Guardians,
Twins and the
Indians.
Guardians.
Indians. It's DIANS.
Right,
it's on both jerseys.
Yes.
Last night I was at my mother-in-law's house, just checking on her, and her neighbor Grace,
such a great mom.
wonderful lady, 94 years old, never missed a Tiger game in her entire life. Has Comcast, and I go over there to see if I could figure out how to do something. Get the app on her phone, get the whatever. I figured I would teach her how to do this. She could hardly see, she could hardly hear, but she'll watch the Tigers. She don't have internet.
No. Oh no!
Takes you right out of the ball game.
Yeah.
Right. When the hell are they going to wake up? When's this going to be over? Because I'm sorry, there are a lot of Graces out there that want to watch the damn game, and they can't because they don't have Wi-Fi access.
Her name is Grace?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's terrible, man. I just felt so bad for her.
Yeah. And they don't care about Grace.
No,
the sad thing.
That's what she said to me.
Yeah.
They don't care about us seniors that are stuck home watching
Pun
TV.
intended, too.
The sad thing, they don't care about Grace. They just don't. They don't care about anybody.
Sickening.
Yeah, it is. It is. I don't mean to say that like facetiously. They truly do not care. They don't care about if Grace didn't have a cell phone.
No.
Grace and wants to go to the game. Grace is going to have to go wait in another line to the ticket booth and get, because they don't give you tickets anymore. Everything's on your phone.
Grace doesn't stand a chance, man, in this day and age.
Tough world.
I told her she might have a shot by middle of August. Maybe they'll settle this thing.
Right. Maybe. We'll see.
I doubt it.
Hey, shall we go around the NFL,
Why
Tom
not?
Masway? Let's do that right now. We'll send it
Let's
over to
do
you.
it. Did you guys see Richard Seymour, the former New England Patriot?
Played against him.
Yeah.
He is now buying in to the Las Vegas Raiders. He is
really
a limited partner like Tom Brady. I mean, Tom Brady's on Fox, and he owns a piece of the Raiders. Richard Seymour, a Patriot stalwart, now owns a piece of the Raiders. What are they doing in Vegas?
Well, Al Davis is one of the poorest owners. Mark Davis is one of the poorest owners in the group.
Yeah.
In the 32. So he's probably selling what he can sell to get cash.
Not to mention, I think you're trying to put winning people around. I mean, obviously you get some cash, and then also you put Richard Seymour. He won the first 3 of those rings, and then you put Tom Brady on there as well. I think you're adding people that know the sport and know what they're doing and maybe can tell you if something is good or if something is bad. Like a lot of times when you don't know what you're doing, Mark Davis, you don't know you don't have a clue whether it's insert situation here, Rich Bisaccia, whether it's Antonio Pierce, whether it's Chucky, what's Chucky's name? John Gruden.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing. It seems that you don't know it. You got to hire smarter people in the room than you. And I think putting guys like that, Patriots, Richard Seymour, who's good friends with Tom, helps you out a little bit. Have a guy.
Hey, quickly, I want to answer a question from the chat here. Cody, our good friend Cody says, Ryan, can Fox 2 do what they do with the Lions when the Lions play on Amazon? And the answer is no. Maybe one game.
Like the other night, Fox Sports 2 had the Tiger game as well as Bally's.
Yeah.
Didn't you watch the Tiger game the other day?
Yeah, but it was on FS1.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
FS1.
it was on FS1.
Is that what he's talking about?
No, he's saying, like there's a Lions game on Thursday Night Football on Amazon. We'll simulcast it on Fox 2.
Got it.
It's a completely different deal and probably has to do with some sort of network responsibility to Fox.
Yeah.
And because, I don't know I shouldn't even answer because I don't know, but the short answer is no. Because there's just too many baseball games. Like, you could probably do one. Like, for instance, we on Fox 2 simulcast opening day.
Yeah.
You sacrifice that one day where you can preempt anything you want for the one game. But on a nightly basis, you cannot preempt the Fox lineup on a nightly basis. Because believe it or not, you're going to have somebody that's mad that Master Chef isn't on.
Of course.
Or any of the Fox shows that are on.
Those slots are limited, man.
Yeah, and sadly, it's just the way of the world.
The reason networks like Fox, ABC, NBC have football, baseball, and basketball is to promote their weekday shows, their weeknight shows. That's why they spend all that money to promote their regular lineups.
Yeah, there's no doubt. So interesting nonetheless.
Remember Murder? She wrote.
Yeah,
Pat
You got to get the comma in there. Got to get the comma in there.
Course.
Murder. She wrote.
Angela Lansbury.
Love Pat Summerall.
Right. Pat Summerall's
All
great.
right.
All right.
Let's keep going.
Yep.
How about Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Let's put up the tweet first because Davante Adams is constantly asked about Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers still wants to play alongside Davante Adams. So he's coming off the golf course yesterday, and a reporter got to him and asked him about Davante Adams.
Oh.
What's up? You think Luke Getsy's going to utilize Davante Adams good in the new Raiders offense? I love Luke Getsy. He's a fantastic coach. Awesome. I love Davante. I can't wait to play with him again. Great. Love to hear it. Yeah. How's your game today? How you hitting him? Good. Harrison's playing really well. Is he? He's a little shy, but just trying to get him out of a shell.
That situation just never gets old, and it should. It's a tired one. They were just interviewing Davante Adams on some podcast recently. They were interviewing him, and they asked him the same question. They asked him, what happened with the Aaron Rodgers situation? What's going on with that? Because he was talking about leaving in general. And it was like, why would you leave Aaron Rodgers? If, in my estimation, I wouldn't leave Aaron Rodgers. You know how good he is, blah, blah, blah. He was like, look, my last year going into the season, I asked him, he said, look, are we going to get the deal done? At this time, he had already been all-pro wide receiver 3 years in a row. And he'd done all the numbers, had everything going on. He was on his last year. So we're going to get a deal done before the season, or are you going to risk it all? You're going to risk getting to the end, and now all of a sudden I got to make decisions. And so Aaron, you know what he did. You know what the move was there. You never knew the temperature with Aaron. And then at the end of the year, they didn't want to pay him. So everybody that says Aaron Rodgers, you know what, Davante Adams, he left. They offered him the money. They offered him the contract. No. They tried to wait and see what was going to happen. And yet and still he balled yet again. And then it was too late.
And to me, Aaron Rodgers didn't want to take the pay cut.
No,
if
he
hadn't
didn't.
took the pay cut, Davante Adams is probably still there.
All you had to do was have a conversation with Davante.
Exactly.
Like, he played it in the media like they were cooler and there was more being talked about than it really was.
But he wanted to spike the Packers. He wanted them to pay him as much as they could pay him. So that's why things happen the way they did.
You know, one of the things though too, like as you guys are talking, it just takes me back to this off-season Hard Knocks with the New York Giants in the Saquon Barkley ordeal. I think we have some sound of that, Maz, don't we? Like,
we're gonna play that here.
Saquon and Joe Shane, the The general manager of the New York Giants, Joe Schoen, talks to Saquon's agent, tells him what the plan is, and then gives Saquon Barkley a call.
Hello?
Saquon.
Yeah, what's up?
You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm chilling. Just chilling with the fam.
You in Jersey right now?
Yeah, I'm in Jersey right now.
Yeah. How's the off season been? You doing anything?
Yeah, I've been good. Traveled a little bit, but just starting to get back into the grind, off season treatments.
Yeah. All right. So I just talked to Ed Barry, and I think just mulling over this, the right thing to do is let you test the market and see what your value is. I don't want to do the franchise thing or all that stuff again. I don't want to go through that. We've both been through that. You know, if you really want to be a Giant for life and you're interested in staying here and coming back, just see what your market is and then have Ed come back to us and we'll see if we can come to an agreement.
All right, I appreciate that.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Can you give me your word on that, or you're not going to give us a chance?
What do you mean? Like circling back?
Yeah.
I mean, I already told you where I want to be, so.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do that. We'll go out and see what the market says. I think it's the right thing to do. I love you, man. I appreciate everything you did for the organization. You know, the 2 years I was here, and I'm not saying we're not going to get something done, but I think it's right if for some reason it doesn't work out, that you know that the organization thinks the world of you and everything you've done. But hopefully, you know, you go out there, you see the market, and you say, you know what, I want to be here, and you give us a shout back.
All right, I appreciate you.
Yeah, go out and see what you're worth, because you're worthless, really. That's what I hear from Joe Schoen.
100%. Now, next week will be the Eagles episode, right?
I can't wait.
Next week will be the Eagles episode. We have not gotten that far yet. But clearly Joe Schoen wanted to get rid of Saquon Barkley and dared him to go get your $8 million.
Test your value.
If David Montgomery got $3 million a year, $6 million a year, go get your $8 million. Come back to me, and I'll give you $7 million.
Don't you want to be in the Ring of Honor? That's what he's telling them. Don't you want to be in the Ring of? Who gives a damn about the Ring of Honor?
Like, the way that they talk to players, man, it's so disrespectful, and it's hard to translate a lot of times for the average fan listening and hear these conversations, because they always say, it doesn't matter, you're getting paid, you're getting money. Sometimes it's about the way in which you treat the player.
Relationships.
That actually is what
100%.
it's about. It's about how you treat them, how they feel about you, how you think about it. When you get these behind-the-scenes type conversations, you can see how front office individuals really think about players. And this isn't one-off to the New York Giants. This isn't exclusive to them. This is the majority of pro sports, especially as it relates to the NFL, because they don't have to care about players.
Meanwhile, they're building $3 billion stadiums and charging $10 for a hot dog, $15 for a beer.
They don't care about the fans either.
Just to Braylon and just how the teams. Well, that goes back to what we were just talking about with Devontae Adams and the disrespect and this, that, and the other thing, and Saquon Barkley feeling disrespected. Hard for you and I to think that $12 million is being disrespected. But it is.
It is in his world. It is.
It is. Right? It is.
If they're offering you 12 and telling you to test the market and being this nonchalant about what you've done for them and what you are, and then you get 15, Ryan, you say it all the time. You're worth what somebody is willing to pay.
That's it. That's what you're worth.
$15 million is a contract. $15 million is a contract. That's a lot more than 12. People, you got to relate it to your regular day jobs. If you work wherever, if you work at a law firm, and you are a lights-out lawyer, you're a lights-out attorney, you deserve to make partner. You don't deserve to stay underneath the hill of those that you're winning cases for. Yeah. At some point, the rubber meets the road, you become a partner. It's the same thing in NFL. The same thing in sport. When you put that work in there, Devontae Adams went for $30 million and 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Clearly, he was worth the money that he was asking for.
Joe Schoen, earlier in that broadcast, told his assistant general manager, Brandon Brown, and whoever would listen to him, I offered him a lot of money last year. He didn't want it. So let's go let him see what he wants. What's he going to get? 8.1. What's he going to take? One more? He's like, what's he going to take? $1 more million or come back here and have a legacy and be in the Ring of Honor? I don't like Joe Schoen anymore.
Right.
I liked him week 1. I don't like him week 2.
Well, it just goes to show you how good that you feel you understand why guys don't make it.
Yeah,
I'm talking about coaches, general managers,
GMs,
presidents. You get a glimpse as to why guys don't make it. I mean, and conversely, why guys do make it. I mean,
Brad Holmes,
right? I mean, how would he have handled that? As I was watching that, I kept thinking to myself, how would Brad Holmes handle that?
I think he would have been face to face.
That's just sometimes,
especially if he's in New Jersey.
Yeah.
You drive to Saquon's home in New Jersey.
Yeah. Yes.
People get in these positions of being a president of a team, president of operations. You already know I'm going, Maz, or they get the GM job, and you become larger than life. Your head gets big. I'm in control of this. Yeah. Saquon Barkley's not bigger than me. You know, hey, this is what we're going to offer him. Joe Shane, how you say his name?
Yeah, Joe
Doesn't
Shane.
matter, in the words of the Rock. You put him in this spot, and all of a sudden he's in New York. He's getting interviewed. People are saying his name nationally. Now he thinks he's bigger than Saquon Barkley. That's what happens, Maz, and they make these dumb moves thinking that they are the man. And guess what? They're not going to be there tomorrow and the next day. Yeah. So you have so many GMs or presidents, Ryan, that in the span of 2-3 years made some of the dumbest transactions and some of the dumbest moves because they thought they were bigger than the brand. You know how many guys have gotten screwed over by dumb GMs like that dumb owners put in place? Countless.
Speaking of owners, John Mara of the Giants.
There's one of them.
But no, he wants Saquon.
Yeah, he
As
does.
you can see,
he did not want Saquon to leave.
Next week, you're going to see John Mara say, "You better be right." Basically, you better be right.
Sometimes I need the owner to step up and stand up. Like, I don't need you all the way to be as handsy as Jerry Jones. I don't need you always in the Kool-Aid in the mix. Like, even Bill Kraft. Even Robert Kraft, excuse me, I'm thinking Bill Sheridan and Robert Kraft, but even Robert Kraft to a certain extent. Like, sometimes you got to step up and make a move. Sometimes you got to step up and go on your gut instinct.
Yeah.
If your gut instinct is it was Saquon Barkley, then you say that. Like, you're the owner.
Yeah.
Like, what is someone going to tell you? It hasn't worked. It's not like they're running it in their own manner, in their own way, and it's worked for the Giants. You look at the Giants' track record over the last how many years, Tom Mazaway?
Oh.
At some point, you can realize I am the owner. The hell with this. No, don't pay Danny Dimes. Hey, keep Saquon Barkley. At some point, I can't give you an excuse. Yeah, well, you know what? No, well, you better be right. No, you should have been right.
You're right.
So my guy, Michael Lombardi, was talking about this on Twitter, and he says, is Daniel Jones that untouchable that you couldn't shave $10 million off of his number?
I saw that.
And pay Saquon? Like, how do you allow it to happen?
Jeez.
Dude, guys.
Like, how did Daniel Jones become this untouchable player that you can't go to him and say, I need $10 million back?
He gave him their first playoff win in the last 8 years.
Which was a fluke anyway.
Which doesn't even count.
You know, fascinating stuff. More from the NFL, guys, next. But first, a message from Guardian Alarm. Oh, yeah, Guardian Alarm.
Guardian Alarms. But what happens when you see the black and yellow sign out in front of your house? It tells the bad guys one thing. Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts, 24/7 professional monitoring and technology backed by people. This technology has been proven to work, and those people have been proven to care. So call 1-800. That's 1-800.
Stay out.
Call them today. Tell them Woodward Sports sent you. We'll be right back.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
To any Lady Jane's haircuts for men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's haircuts for men. It's wicked awesome.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Michigan, and the Nashville Hot is back, limited time only at Soroki's, where they are known for their crispy chicken and pizza with the salad and sides. Their Nashville Hot is special. The chicken tenders are becoming the favorite, ladies and gentlemen, around the nation. And then, if you go to the fries or the chicken sandwich, it is just as good. But I gotta warn you, it is hot. Don't forget, though, when you go to Soroki's, the thing you need to begin is the biscuit with the honey, because, my God, they are to not necessarily die for, but they're just that good. Soroki's everywhere.
I want to thank everybody in the chat. Steve-O, baby, says, Ryan, I love your Fox 2 morning intros at 9 a.m. They are the best. Good morning, everybody.
Hey.
I told Joel to say thanks, and he did. Thanks, Joel and Steve-O, baby.
You got a fan.
Thanks for everybody in the chat.
Malik Willis is in the chat.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
How about that? Hey, just sticking with the NFL for a sec. Is there a guy that is on a redemption tour in the NFL more than Bill Belichick? Just announced he's going to be joining Inside the NFL for the upcoming season.
I think he's done.
Already joining the Manning cast.
Yeah.
He's done NFL draft shows. He's done just about he's done the McAfee show.
His 24-year-old girlfriend.
He's done that too.
Yep.
Yeah. He's gonna be joining Ryan Clark.
He's the king.
Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco, and Chris Long. And this guy is completely changing the narrative on who he was as a coach.
I think what's happened to him is, one, we always knew he wanted to be around football. Bill Belichick is a guy that's been around football for the past 60 years. He has to be around football. So we thought it was in the coaching space.
Yeah.
You know, some people said didn't think he really could fit to the game anymore. Some people say he's still Bill Belichick, can figure it out. But we just assumed that was the space, and he assumed that's the space he had to be in. I got to be around coaching. I got to be a coach. I got to be coming up with playbooks. I got to be doing this, that, and the third. But when the job didn't happen, and now he's come out of that come out of that cave, and he's done an interview, and you see you can relax, and it's not necessarily about the game plan and who you're drafting and what's the season got to be like, and then you do more interviews, and now you do the draft. You did something before the draft, then the draft, then you do the roast, and then you get this deal. You're realizing that you can be around football probably more than you ever were, talking and having way more fun than you ever did, and be as light as you ever been. And still get the same things accomplished, get the respect, get in front of the camera, have people talk about you like we're doing now. So I think he's realized that that's the space now. He doesn't want to coach anymore.
And if you remember, he was up for that Atlanta job.
Yeah,
he was going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And he got poisoned by Robert Kraft.
Yeah.
And don't think that he didn't forget that. And don't think that when they were hugging it out on stage and taking a shot at Brady's roast that he didn't, on the side, tell him, hey, go pound salt, pal. But you know what? He hit gold. He struck gold. He has got his love life rolling. He is walking out of houses with no shirts on.
Man.
He is on every freaking TV show. And all of a sudden, he's become the lovable, like teddy bear guy. Who don't love him now?
Yeah.
Who don't love Bill Belichick right now?
Here's why I don't think he's done. He is 26 wins away from Don Shula is the all-time leader. So
there's that.
The NFL might be done with him, but he's not done yet, in my opinion. Yeah. If it's his choice, it may not be his choice.
Yeah.
The NFL could be done with him, but I think if he got hired for a job, he'd accept that job.
Yeah, the NFL is definitely done. I think I was in the boat. I was in the camp. I said that I don't see these teams hiring him. I can't see him connecting to the players. So I definitely think the NFL is done with him 100%. But I think along with that process of realizing that I'm probably not going to nigga the game or not going to get a chance to be a coach anywhere at these other programs, organizations, this is actually not bad. This is fun. And I think he's warming up to the idea, and I think he's being able to kind of distance himself from football. We'll see during the year, but this is a hell of a soft landing to still be around the game and so much.
To put his wins in perspective, Mike Tomlin has coached the Pittsburgh Steelers for 17 years?
Since 2005.
Yeah.
He has never had a losing season. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. He's got 173 wins.
Wow.
Think about that. 173 wins. 17 years, never a losing season. Bill Belichick, 302 wins.
Yeah, remarkable.
Like when you think about it in those terms, like how long you have to be that good. I agree with you, Braylon. It is
20 years of Brady, though.
But again, I know it's not like Mike Tomlin's dropping 5-11 seasons.
No, I get it.
You ain't lying about that. Yeah. Had been Roethlisberger's 16 of those.
Yeah, he's got a Hall of Fame quarterback himself. So it's remarkable, and I do think personality. Life is personality driven. Mm-hmm. Life is. If you have a good personality, you can do just about anything you want in business, right? I mean, you can get into any room.
Yeah.
You can probably try to get any raise. You can get any sales call. You could just personality driven.
Also, people love a good comeback story. Look at how many people turned tide, changed the narrative, and was very confident and very cheering of who in the NBA playoffs? Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Like, how many people changed the narrative on Kyrie? Oh, Kyrie, we want Kyrie to succeed now. Oh, this Kyrie, this is the comeback tour. It's the same thing with Bill Belichick. You're seeing him happy. You're seeing him have jokes. Say, shoot, he looks happy. He looks fine. He looks cool. You know what? I'm cheering for that guy. Everybody loves the comeback story or the second act, if you will. Or the next
no doubt.
Derrick Henry might be looking for a second act with the Baltimore Ravens. I've showed you workouts before, but have you ever seen a workout like this?
Oh, my God.
What's he doing?
I've been watching Derrick Henry do this for the past, since he got in the league and they started showing his individual workouts. Like, I get it, but where's Derrick Henry in the second half of the season?
Hurt.
How many times you seen Derrick Henry miss 4 games here, 2 games here, here's a game here? So I see all these amazing squats. At least it's better than Nick Chubb and David Montgomery in the sense that these are actual more strengthening situations where that's more so just show you how strong I am. These are actually a little more dialed in and less dangerous, but I don't care about the weight room. Show it to me on the field. Like get back to the Derrick Henry. They don't even have you listed top 5 running backs, and you're the king. You got the most yards in the last 10 seasons.
I see some of these guys working out, like David Montgomery working out, deadlift 700 or whatever. I see Derrick Henry working out, some of the things that these NFL players are doing now online, trying to get ready for their season. And I say to myself, if this was my job, if you told me I'm going to pay you, let's say, just for a round number, $100,000 a year, or let's make it, I'm going to pay you $50,000 a year to just work out. That's all you have to do, or whatever. Put whatever you make, whatever it is you make at your job right now. It said you can either go to work or you can go through all these workouts all day.
What would you pick?
I think I would pick going to work.
Not him.
Whatever amount of money you make currently in your life at your job, would you choose to do that or work out all day?
Yes.
By the way, Paul Skeens, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Skeens, no hitter through 6.
Wow. You jinxed it.
No hitter through 6 against the Milwaukee Brewers right now.
Oh,
How about that?
This is year 2 for Paul, right?
No,
year one.
Year 1.
Rookie year.
He came up midway through the first half.
Year 1.
Shit.
He was just. And we apologize for that language here. We do not condone that type of language.
Put a $1 in the jar. Put a $1 in the jar.
We got to get some bleeps going.
He's having a year.
Right.
I was looking
How
at
many strikeouts does he have?
Hold on.
Probably
I'll
8.
Pull it up.
At least.
Let's go with
The average
Skeens.
is like
11.
11
strikeouts
God bless
through
this guy.
6.
He's a phenom, man.
1 walk. He did walk a batter.
Oh, shucks.
So it's not perfect.
If the Pirates spent money, they're like the Tigers.
Yeah.
If they spent money,
They're 44 and 48.
that's what I mean.
Yep.
They're the Tigers. And neither owner will spend money to make that team better.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. It's terrible. They should have their franchises taken away.
They probably should.
Who would Paul Skeens be compared with? Just kind of watching his first year. Verlander.
100%. He's Justin Verlander reincarnated.
Okay.
What a
Steven Strasburg.
harder throw.
That's what I was thinking about Strasburg.
Yeah.
Because he throws heat.
Was he
100
Ryan?
every
Ryan
pitch.
Strasburg?
Steven Strasburg.
Steven Strasburg.
Yeah.
He was a phenom.
And probably
National
is there another pitcher outside of Verlander and Strasburg
That throws like this?
they got drafted and you come right up and you just dominate. I can't think of one.
This guy is on his own platform. He is on his own platform right now.
Well, he's throwing like 102.
What about Clemens?
Every pitch, though.
Clemens came straight up with the Reds.
Yeah, but I'm just talking
sucks.
about recent.
Oh, recent. Okay, I got my bad. I
like
took it back.
2000 plus.
See, I was trying to show that baseball now.
Right,
It's my
since
bad.
2000.
Well, this guy is he's pretty good.
And by the way, it is a 0-0 game. The other guy, I don't
Of
even
course,
know.
the Pirates won't score. They won't get him a win.
I could see him no hitter through 9.
Yeah.
Milwaukee wins in 10.
Yes.
Wow. That'd be crazy.
He has lost 1-0 games already.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
they don't
my
score.
gosh.
They are the Tigers.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Speaking of them, they got the job done.
Maybe it's a Jim Leland thing.
Could be.
He's the advisor for both teams. Maybe
Jim Leland's going into Hall of Fame soon. Here.
Tigers game go final. KG, is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. 10-1 Tigers.
About it.
So now they're up 3-1.
Yeah.
On the Guardians. Not bad.
Not bad.
Another NFL news: 4 years, $70 million back in 2020. It was a deal with the New York Jets. Jamal Adams got that. Left Seattle.
He's the Titans now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, went back to Seattle, and now he's with the Tennessee Titans. Jamal Adams signed a deal today. I mean,
what happened to him? He just fell off the plane.
Every time they
28
announce him,
years old.
Every time they announce him make a comeback, he gets hurt.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, I was watching the big game. They were excited. It was Seattle. I think it was versus the Jets, and then he got hurt like the first play of the game. And he's back in New York.
You're right.
They announced it again. There's another one. He's back. He's back off his concussions. Tore his ACL. Every time he gets back, he gets hurt.
I do feel like Jamal Adams has been
Kyle
in the
Stark
league.
says, and we have Mize.
Oh,
we
yeah,
got
we have
Mize.
Mize, right. And he's right about that. It does feel like Jamal Adams is 38 years old. He's 28. Does it feel like that?
He's had a rough road.
Yeah.
No
he
doubt
has.
about it.
Good job,
They was
Ben.
about to break it down. They was just trying to say.
Hey, I got Jesse to walk in here. That's how you know.
Jesse will buy some stuff.
They got Jesse to walk through here. He was about to break that door.
Come on, guys. You can give him a 20.
Was I getting attacked?
No, a couple of kids walked in selling stuff.
I tell you like this.
No loitering in here. No
Somebody
loitering.
gonna break that door one day. I feel it, man.
What were they selling? Chocolate?
I don't
Bring
know.
them
I didn't
back.
see it. Probably candy bars.
Bring them back.
Get it back in here.
Jesse took him the long route.
No, Jesse didn't walk right past him, I think.
Oh, no, yeah.
He's with him.
Oh, he got him?
Jesse, yeah.
He's throwing him out.
Yeah.
No, he's throwing him out.
Well, they're in Birmingham Roast.
He's throwing him out.
You can't sell it here. Can't sell it
He's
here.
following them too.
And they're kids. They couldn't be more than 12 years old.
Come on, Jesse.
You can't do
Come
that,
on, Jesse.
man.
Hey, Kenny, he booing them kids, man. He booing them kids for real.
You can't be conducting a meeting or something like that. Try to go person by person.
He just selling
some candy.
Just selling some candy.
He wasn't bothering Jesse. Jesse was on his laptop chilling. He was bothering us.
Jesse walked through here.
Now he's outside. He's outside talking to people
on the set.
But now he's outside talking to people. He shooed them away from that. They buying candy outside. Look at him. Oh, y'all want some M&Ms? Jesse like no.
Go out there and get me something.
They were about to walk right up on this set. I kind of like it.
That was
kind of like it. I'd have been like, okay.
Joe, buy me some candy.
Like the nerve. I like that.
I'd have been like, okay, come on. We should get him on the show. They should
He was ready to sell.
We should have.
Jesse escorted him
Sell.
out.
There they are. Hang on, Ryan.
Give me a good shot. Give me a shot.
Here they come.
How many?
They just 3 kids selling candy, man.
No, 5 kids.
Yeah, they're hustling.
That's the candy gang.
And it's funny too. They buy my car.
He's going door to door.
They buy my car. I'm gonna get caught on the way out.
Yeah, man.
Get these guys in here.
Hey, no basketball team involved. Like, this straight hustling.
Yeah, it is hustling a little bit.
What team you play for?
Right.
I love it.
Play for the Yankees.
Break time. Come back. Mike Tyson in the news.
Swiss. Is he fighting Jake?
That's crazy, man.
Right now more than ever, it's
a
critical
place of business,
for
kids.
you to have your insurance reviewed, and Swiss Insurance will make sure that your carrier is not slipping in those extra fees. Call Market Swiss Insurance today, 313-530-1698, or visit SwissINS.com. We'll be right back.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Yo, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
To any Lady Jane's haircuts for men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's haircuts for men, it's wicked awesome.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Look at you. Yeah, you sitting at home with that 08 Red Wings championship shirt with the hole in it, man. You got to get new sports merch. And we just so happen to have you here at woodwardsports.com. You can go on there, click shop. We got hoodies, tees, hats, anything you can think of to make you look good and get ready for these games. You know that Buddha Kids shirt selling like hotcakes right now. But only if you go to woodwardsports.com and click that shop tab.
Hey guys, I want to tell you about KDK Law, dealing with divorce, child custody visitation, other family law issues. Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law in Birmingham will have your back. 10 plus years of experience, 24/7 availability. Scan the QR code above my head right there, or call them today, 248-971-0476. Hey, at the very least, you might want to jot this number down, 248-971-0476. Say Woodward Sports sent you, and KDK will pay your filing fee. KDK Law, they've got your back.
Jesse better watch out because he's not the tallest guy.
Yeah, right. He might get jumped.
Hey, I'm telling you, if they would have jumped Jesse, I'm just saying. One of those kids was about 15. They about the same. Jesse better watch out. And they're gonna wait for him. They're gonna catch him in the where the ATM is.
Right. So Pete Spivak has been trying to get us to do this for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. So I told Pete, I said, Pete, let us have it. Talk to me about this clip here. What do you got?
I mean, we're all from the 80s. We're all big fans of Mike Tyson, right? Well, this is back from 2013 on the old The Crowd Goes Wild
Hold
show.
on 1 second. I love this. Just a Fan says, I heard a rumor Ermanni and Edwards hates kids. Is that true?
No, Jesse do though.
Nah. Don't put that on us. No.
Jesse might. I don't know, man.
I was doing a show.
Jesse had a look on his face. That's all I'm saying.
Jesse had the hands on the hip.
The sliding doors actually stopped him because they pulled the doors.
Yeah.
Thought it was gonna pull it off the hinge. Braylon was like, oh.
Jesse had the hand on the hip like
right. You right there. Escorting kids out is crazy.
We've all been kids. And we've all been in a place that we weren't supposed to be in. We got the hey, you.
Right.
All right, Pete, go for it.
No, it's all good. That was funny stuff. But anyway, so back in 2013, late night, you fall down those rabbit holes. So back in 2013, he was on The Crowd Goes Wild, and they were doing a competition at the end where he throws darts, and he throws darts blindfolded. I just thought you guys would enjoy this clip. Good old Mike Tyson, one of my favorite athletes.
Let's see.
Sharp objects blindfolded of the day. You ready for that, Mike? Will you go ahead and throw that blindfold over your eyeballs for me?
Charlene Monk stuff right here, babe.
You promise you can't see anything. You want blue or red?
Anything. Just give me something.
Anything. Here we go. You hit the board. That doesn't usually happen. You're doing well. Oh my God! Did everybody see that? Okay, last one.
I'm not looking. Look at my eyes. I'm not looking at anything.
What? Take your blindfold off. Look what you did.
That's the one thing. I'm not gonna brag, but thank you.
The Jake Paul or Logan Paul, whichever, they don't have a chance, man.
Yeah, Jake
Paul. They're done, man. I just love that clip.
But did you see what I loved about it? Did you see how dialed in he was? Like every shot. But this is just, you're talking about heavyweight champ of the world, like who was the best boxer at a sport, whatever. Same exact stroke every time.
Yeah.
Stroke was down the middle. He ain't waste any time.
Mike say what's looking.
So stupid.
Everybody got jokes.
Right.
Stand in front of him.
Mike say wasn't looking.
I don't want no parts of that.
So great, man. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
Mike's the best, man.
Maz, your Pittsburgh Pirates did get on the board. It is 1-0 in the second.
Yes.
1-0 in the second. In the seventh, I should say.
Whoa. Yeah.
Skeens they're still trying for more.
They might take him out.
No.
They've never let him go past 7.
Ooh, he's got 93 pitches. You gotta let him go, don't you?
I don't know.
In today's game.
They got the rules.
Not in today's game.
I don't know.
He gonna throw his arm out if he does.
It would be awesome if he does.
6 innings, 11 strikeouts, 93 pitches for Skeens as it stands right now.
I'm gonna say he's done.
Here's a question. We got some time to kill on the show. Obviously, talking about Team USA, that means the Olympics are around the corner. Outside of Team USA and the last Olympics for Steph and LeBron and KD, what are you excited to see? Like, what sport are you waiting to see?
I am not an Olympic person.
Okay.
Because I don't understand the Olympics. And by that I mean this. I mean this. And it's not only about the team sports. I'm talking about the individual sports.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you tell me that Simone Biles is doing a routine for the gold,
right,
I'll watch that. But like Simone Biles will perform like 4, 5, 6 times. I just don't know what I'm watching at that point. Like, is it a routine to get into, you know what I mean?
She's in 3 different events, and then she's also in the team. So
yeah,
it's 2 events. It's just like the 100-meter dash.
Right.
It's just like track. You understand track, don't you?
But like if you, like the first routine, if you get it, that's a gold medal.
No, it's just like track. Track, there are rounds. So if you run a 100-meter, there are rounds. So if you're a 100-meter runner or swim, there's rounds. There's a prelims, semis.
You have to qualify.
Finals. Prelims, semis, and finals. Yeah, so once you get there.
Oh, man, let me know when the third game is or the fourth game.
KGU.
I want to watch Sha'Carri Richardson, too. She's in it, right?
Yeah, the 100 meter, 200, 4x1.
I like the
So
story.
track.
I like the story. I like Sha'Carri Richardson. I like Simone Biles. I like Michael Phelps. Is he in it this year?
Nah, he retired.
Katie Ledecky. What does she do?
Swim.
I want to watch Katie Ledecky.
She's the greatest swimmer in the world.
I want to watch her. Yeah, I'll watch her.
Okay, I like that. KG, what are you up for?
Swimming and gymnastics.
Track.
Yeah, definitely Sha'Carri at this point. She's one of my favorites. I'm not normally an Olympic guy, but I will tune in to watch her race, man.
You know, black people watch track and basketball. Give us something new, man.
Come on, KG.
Some stereotype. I was going to say track and basketball.
Come on, KG. How could you be watching a white sport?
What I'm watching sledding? I'm not watching sledding, man. Like, you curling? I'm not watching that.
Archery.
Yeah, archery. I'm not watching it, man. I got to keep it a buck.
Come on, KG.
I'm not an Olympic guy.
Maz, what about you? You
I like swimming, diving.
What about
I love
darts,
track.
KG?
I love the shorter races are what I like.
Okay.
I don't like the long distance races.
No, I don't like the long distance races either.
I think
those are my three favorites.
You ask the majority of people, they're going to give you the same sports. They're going to say gymnastics, track, basketball. Like those are the three sports. And rightfully so.
Diving is awesome.
And diving, they're most popular. I like synchronized swimming.
So just for the
you know which one I like? I forgot. Beach volleyball.
Yeah. They don't play
no, that's
that
what
was
I was
when they had
looking
Kerry
for.
Washington and May. I remember them.
Do they still do boxing?
You said,
one of
They
Yeah, they're
I was
boxing.
a huge USA boxing fan.
Yeah.
I like once they win the gold.
Right,
I like the story from there.
Yeah.
Check the 76
Dude,
and 80
it is all about the story, though. I mean, there's so many different Olympians in so many different events.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to have a story behind it. You've got to have a story, man.
Golf, tennis is a good one, too. I like finding out about other countries' players and athletes and what they do, their storylines. We know our storylines, and they're still very intriguing to watch. Sha'Carri Richardson, you keep mentioning that one. That's going to be the one. Yeah. Obviously, she fails in the trials. She tested positive. She wasn't allowed to train. That was a whole big ordeal. Now she's back. Now she's fast in the world.
On fire, yeah.
But I like other people's. Like Italy, they got a guy that won 100 in 2020, but now he hasn't been up to snuff. I've been watching that Sprint on Netflix. That's another good thing you can get into. Sprint on Netflix is just as good as the receiver of those shows. It's dope.
I pulled up my MLB app just to see if Skeens came out for the 7th. He is out for the 7th.
Oh,
He's back on the mound.
Oh, he is?
He's back on the mound.
Wow.
And, good play. Almost a base hit, but a second baseman got Yelich.
The way you just said it, I thought he got a hit. You gotta work on your delivery.
Oh yeah, no, I was trying to stump Maz.
I was like, dang, it's over.
I was trying to stump Maz. All right, guys, that's it for us. Bray, get us out of here,
you know
my friend.
Bonus points I get for a no-hitter?
Huh?
You know how many
Do you have
bonus
Skeens?
I have Skeens and Flaherty going today.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You get like 60
I don't even know anything about fantasy baseball.
And apparently we don't know anything about going to 4 o'clock. We appreciate you guys for tuning in daily to Ermanni Networks with Maz. This is what we do. We provide you with the best in the city. At least that's what we think. Thank you for your continued support. And we'll see you tomorrow. For my man KG, Peace by back. Joel, the intern, rocking the green and white on the couch. Tom Maz away. And then our brother from another mother, Ryan Ermanni.
You know what time it is.
We are Ermanni Networks with Maz, and we'll see you tomorrow.